5 years ago today, there was a very significant and intense rainstorm that came through the northwest part of Des Moines and worked its way up to Ankeny that dropped approximately 8 inches of rain in 3 hours. That amount of rain overwhelmed our storm sewer system and caused some pretty massive flooding. We actually had a relatively large response afterwards. There was a lot of cleanup, there was a lot of repair work that needed to be done. Also, as part of that response, the city got together a large number of city staff, residents, and other folks that were impacted by the flooding to go through an after-action flood report. They came up with a bunch of recommendations, one of which was we need to get a better handle on how our storm system operates and is maintained into the future. We've actually been spending a significant amount of money on stormwater infrastructure improvement projects. In the northwest part of the city, we've had the Closest Creek Improvement Project, and also in the north central part of town, in the Highland Park neighborhood, we've been working through several phases of projects in the Hamilton Drain. In addition to that, the city has authorized about $8 million of capital projects over the next 5 years, and that will actually be able to start up some of the studies and design for those next phases of projects that we're going to be doing moving forward. In addition to the capital projects that are either ongoing or planned for the future, the city has been buying out a lot of properties throughout the city as well. Total cost for that since 2018 has been about $12.7 million. So the city has made a substantial investment on reducing the risk of flooding of properties along those streams and trails. Stormwater is something that most people don't think of until it's actually impacting them. And when it does, it usually impacts them pretty severely.
I'm most appreciative of what the council and the city manager and the management staff in general has done. They listen to us, and they have done things to help provide money, and that makes a big difference.
The city wants to make sure that we are minimizing the chances of that happening in the future by completing these projects in a timely manner. The Stormwater Master Plan that we've been working on the past couple of years has helped shine a light on the need for stormwater infrastructure, and then also understanding the overall scope and scale of the amount of funding that we're going to need over the next 10, 20, 50, 100 years to operate and maintain the stormwater infrastructure for the city of Des Moines. We're doing our very best to understand the more intense, more frequent rainstorms that are coming, working on figuring out how do we mitigate that once it actually happens and reduce the impacts in the future.